Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here, and this is the video review for the Transformers Generations Legends class series. Optimus Prime with Roller and Nemesis Prime with Spinister. Yeah, I'm doing 2 for 1 again. Nemesis Prime being a repaint of Optimus Prime, who came out last year. But for some reason I never got around to reviewing him, Megatron or Starscream last year, so I'm going to get them to soon. So we're going to start with Optimus Prime here. And once again, Optimus Prime is in his classic flat-nosed truck mode. I'm sure a lot of fans are happy about that. This time he's taking more after his IDW appearances. So he has the wing vane on the top. All in all, it's a very solid truck mode. And, you know, somewhat basic. You got your paint apps on the little fuel tanks, grill, headlights, bumper, nice metallic blue on the windshield, and some yellow bits on the top. But other than that, it's pretty basic. Red and blue with a little hint of gray here and there. And, you know, it rolls well. It rolls pretty well and it looks good. Generally, I'm not the biggest fan of making Optimus in a legend scale. You know, that's just me. I mean, sure, this goes good with Metroplex or Fort Max. So if you want to do something for that, these would be great for it. But otherwise, yeah, it's a small scale figure, and I usually like the larger scale. This is the scale I like my mini-bots to be at. Thankfully enough, that's what Hasbro's been doing most of the time with it. With the occasional other characters. But he does come with a roller here. Very simple. Nice figure. Probably recognize him from my review of Cliff Jumper with the Suppressor figure, since this was the original figure of that mold. And he transforms just as easily. Just flip him up and he's done. Also be sure to remove the gun, which may look like a pretty good Prime gun too. And Roller here can hold it as well, so can't stand with it, but he can hold it. So, and articulation on Roller is, you know, basically what you expect. Just a forward-backward movement on the arms. Now, he does have a combination feature with Optimus, and I'll use that term loosely, because all you do is just plug them into the feet of the back of the Optimus Prime truck mode, and now Prime can tow him around like a mini trailer. You can even stuff the gun on here if you want. It doesn't really fit well. Or you can put it on the top of the truck, which makes him look kind of stupid. I don't know. Weapons like that don't really store well when you're putting them on the top of a regular truck. Looks fine on Roller though. I mean, he looks like a mini tank, so that works. But anyway, guess it's time we get to Nemesis Prime, who just came out recently along with Cliff Jumper. And interestingly enough, he comes with the little helicopter that came with Bumblebee originally. This time named Spinister, who was a G1 character in the later years. Like the original Spinster was a target master with two weapons, much like Scoop. Now this time, he's the guy that becomes the gun. So go figure that one out. But yeah, Spinster is pretty easy to transform as well. Just flip him up like so. And you got your robot mode with forward, backward arm movement. We'll do a quick comparison since I have it handy. Here's Blaze Master. I think that's his name. I'm not entirely certain, sorry. I should have researched that. My mistake. But as you can see, they are the same mold. So yeah, when Nemesis Prime and Cliffjumper came out, they pretty much exchanged the Target Master partner molds. Which is unusual, but whatever. It works. Now, Spinster really can't combine with Nemesis Prime in any way. But we'll get another look at Nemesis here. You got again, some shiny red windshields. It's a nice glossy black plastic too, so it shines pretty nice. He has the classic stripe from the G1, which is strange that he has it and Optimus doesn't. But, you know, other than that, most of the same paint apps. He's just done in silvers and teals, and red windshields, of course. But otherwise, you know, they're very similar to Optimus. I guess that's enough of the vehicle modes. Why don't we get these guys into robot mode and see how that looks. And now that we got these two mighty warriors in their robot modes, you may notice that Nemesis Prime is a bit unarmed. Again, the gun actually comes with the roller mold instead of the Optimus mold. So whoever the roller mode's paired with will get the gun. And unfortunately for Nemesis Prime, he did not get paired with a roller mold. He got paired with the helicopter mold. So he doesn't get a gun without Spinster transforming into it. But fortunately, that's actually pretty easy to do. Just fold the handle down, pull this forward, pull that back, and remove the helicopter blades, and you got yourself a little hand cannon that fits nice and snug in Nemesis Prime's hand. And is actually a pretty good looking gun. And really does not look too big in Nemesis Prime's hand. He's a big bruiser who a big gun fits pretty well. And it's also worth noting that the teal on the gun matches Nemesis Prime perfectly. So they are color matched. The unfortunate thing is that there's really no place for the helicopter blade to go. On Bumblebee, you could actually fit it on the wheel and have it as a shield. Nemesis doesn't have that option. You can put it in his hand if you want, but it's not going to do much good there. Which is unfortunate. I'm glad that the helicopter can make a nice gun though. But anyway, we'll take a closer look at Optimus. And since the articulation is the same for Optimus and Nemesis, let's take a look. You actually got left and right movement at the head, ball jointed shoulders, in and out just due to the way the transformation takes place. Ball jointed elbows. Nothing at the waist, but the, well, you actually got a waist swivel. It's a little high, but yeah, you got a waist swivel. You got ball jointed hips and ball jointed knees. So Optimus may be one of the most articulated Legends class figures out there. Well, Optimus and Nemesis, which is pretty cool. And as you've seen with Suppressor, transforming the gun isn't that difficult, and it can combine with the smaller gun if you want to. Let me just put this in the hand real quick. Again, it's a really big gun, and it'll make any figure front heavy, even Optimus Prime. So, yeah, we'll get him ready to hold it. Now you can have him dual wielding like so, or you want some massively oversized gun. All you gotta do is take this gun, slip it between the barrels, and boom, he's got a gun that's long enough to... Like, this is a sniper rifle kind of gun here. Fortunately, it's hard to get him to hold it like such. But yeah, you got a big old sniper rifle kind of gun that could probably pick off targets miles away, which is pretty cool. Honestly, I do like these molds, and I'm probably going to be saying this over and over and over and over again, but I still prefer mini-bots for this scale over having Optimus Primes, Megatrons, or Starscreams. You know, the smaller scale figure really goes better with smaller scale characters. And if they did these guys in a Voyager size, maybe a little added details, they would be perfect. But as they are, they're okay. I mean, they're good for having with a Metroplex, you know, because, you know, they actually scale well with him. Other than that, yeah, I'd go for the mini-bots over these two. Anyway, I do hope you have enjoyed this little review, and I'll see you next time. So take care, have fun, and so long.